If you're not having casual sex, you'll not be thinking about strange things. Because this lack of discipline is the root of so much sin. How did we get here? How did we get here? Welcome once again to my channel. Welcome to the Green Coach, where we nurture your roots to give you the right fruit. Guys, I was dragged. For the first time, I was dragged on Twitter because I made a tweet. The tweet was in response to someone's tweet. A fairly popular person on Twitter made a tweet and I responded to it. This is what she said. She said, virginity is a social construct and should not hold any value. And that is just not, it didn't sit right with me. And so I said this in response. The devaluation of virginity is a social construct too. There's now pressure to make people who are virgins feel less than, to act like they're missing out. That's another kind of shame. Simple. That's what I said. You guys. The backlash was vicious and instant. I was like, huh? From zero to, like, the things people said. Of course. Name callings. I read a bio. I'm not surprised. This one, that one, just several things. I mean, to be fair, I muted it and I didn't see a lot of them because I like peace of mind, but still, I think that tweet had 70,000 views. I've never had any tweet like that before because I'm very lucky. At least I used to be lucky. I was just a bit surprised as to, that's not the tweet I would expect that would blow. So look, I just decided to bring that conversation here today because I know that Twitter is just not, with the limited characters and everyone is just always defensive. Nobody wants to listen to each other. Everyone wants to be right. It's sometimes may not be the right place to have certain conversations. And so I say, you know what, I'm going to take my time to have this conversation with people and so you can understand where I'm coming from and hopefully maybe you guys can let me know respectfully where you're coming from. This isn't about shame. This isn't about judgment or tying a person's worth to their sexual history. No, that's not what we're talking about here. Look, let me be crystal clear. Let me be extremely clear that a woman's worth or anyone's worth is not tied to whether or not they are virgins. No, that's not what I was insinuating, and that's not what I was trying to say. If you're not a virgin, you should know that you're still incredibly worthy of love. You're still valuable and all the good things, does that make virginity bad? No. What I'm talking about is about power, about choice, and the profound benefits of sexual discipline, especially in our society. Because guys, we have lost the plot. In our fight to deconstruct the bad reasons for being a virgin, we now throw the baby away with the bathwater. No, that's not what we're supposed to do. We have forgotten the why. Why? Why are you a virgin? Why did you decide to stay sexually pure? What was your reason? What is your why? Right? If your reason is you think being a virgin ultimately means all good things will happen to you and no bad thing will happen to you, I'm so sorry to hurt your feelings, my darling. That is just wrong. If you're a man and you think you want to marry a virgin woman and that means that means to you you're marrying a saint, I promise you'll marry a virgin who is also a witch. If you think being a virgin just automatically means you marry a good man, my darling, or because it makes you a good marriage material and that means you get to attract the right, promise you, oh God, if you don't open your eyes, well, you will cry shaggy in your marriage if that's your reason of being a virgin. If you're a Christian, this part is for you. The ultimate reason why you are a virgin, why you decided to keep yourself pure, is God. It is God. It is a form of consecration to Him. The Bible says your body is a temple of God. I don't think people are taking time to truly understand what it truly means for your body to be the temple of God, that the Spirit of God lives inside of you. He decided to make your body his home. Let me break it down for you so you truly understand how sacred this is. In the Old Testament, God dwelled in temples, right? His presence dwelled in temples, and the rules for approaching that temple was extreme. It was extreme because of how sacred it is. God's temple. It wasn't, a public building any random person or anyone could just go into. I want to talk to God, and then you walk into the temple. Absolutely not. No, it wasn't for everyone. Only the priest from Levi could serve in it, right? And only the high priest could enter the Holies of Holies, the most holy place, where the very presence of God dwelt. And even then, he could only enter that place once a year. Once a year. And once he enters that place, when he goes in, they tie a rope or a chain on his leg as he's going, so that in case he goes into that place with an unconfessed sin and he dies, they're able to drag him out because nobody else can enter that place. Once a year. If you enter without any unconfessed sin, you are dead. You see every date they give access to? Every person that shows you a little attention, they say, oh, you look beautiful. Re-entry, come inside. No, absolutely not. But outside of that, there are still so many other benefits. If you feel like you're not a Christian and this doesn't apply to you, let me blow your mind and show you why it applies to you. First of all, there is the emotional and psychological protection that you have when you have boundaries, sexual boundaries, right? By setting this boundary, you avoid emotional turmoil, you avoid the heartbreak, the anxiety, and the trauma that often comes with unlimited access or from casual sexuality. You protect your peace. You build your self-worth that is based not on your desirability, but on something more valuable. Yeah. So many people have made the wrong choices in who their partner should be because they've been lost in that area. Some people are still staying in toxic relationships because they just don't have the ability to, discipline themselves in that area and stay away, and they've allowed themselves giving the wrong people access. People have married the wrong partners and died because of lack. Another advantage is unmatched focus. When there's no sex in the equation, you have focus. You channel all that energy on in so many other things that are good for you. In your studies, in your purpose, your career, your ministry, your creative gift. It's called sublimation. And it leads to incredible productivity and clarity. You're not distracted. You're not. And then obviously the most obvious basic benefits would be, 100% free from STIs, the most protective, simplest form of protection or healthcare is absence of it or celibacy. And then unplanned pregnancy. We all want to get pregnant when we're ready. We want our children to have our full selves that are ready. If you're not having casual sex, you'll not be thinking about strange things. I'll put up a tweet that someone put, and I'm like, how did we get here? How did we lose our moral compass so much that this is a thing you can say publicly? Look at this tweet. To make light of it. Why? Why would you do that? How did we get here? As a society, we need to even have this conversation. We need to truly see that sexual immorality and indiscipline is at the root of so much decadence in our society. It is tied to so many ugly things that if you had just gotten a hold of that, if you've been able to hack that, so many things, I promise you, will be solved. Our youths are so distracted by this now. And so many terrible, ugly things, manipulation, rape, abuse, murder, all of it will really, really deep hits. Is lack of sexual control. When a society rejects this design, it leads to what? A culture of impulse over empathy. I just do what I want to do. I'm just feeling something. I have no control over it. I just want to do what I want to do. I want what I want. And I want it now. You will hear of heartbreaking stories of women feeling pressured by their husband who are yet to heal, who just gave birth, who are yet to heal. And you see them being pressured because the man has no ability to wait. That's a direct result of lack of sexual discipline. Because if you had had the time to master your impulses, if you had the time to discipline yourself in that area, you will see this person is still hurt. You will see this person is still healing. You have empathy will be easy for you. You will no longer be blinded and controlled by your flesh. This lack of discipline is the root of so much sin, infidelity, addiction, abuse, objectification of others. All of it is embedded in the inability to hold yourself, to discipline yourself, to say no, to tell yourself, no, I am better than this. A society that cannot control itself, a society that cannot control itself is a society in ruins. The society being led by its impulses, and that is a dangerous society. If you are make this decision, don't let anyone deceive you or lie to you or make you feel ashamed. You're not doing it for any man. You're not holding out for any husband. You are guarding the temple of God. You are protecting your space. You're protecting your peace. You're thinking about purpose, your career, so many reasons. Stay true to that. Stay true to it. It is your body. It is your choice. It is empowerment. I have power over my flesh. Hold on to that and keep up the magnificent work that you're doing. Well done, girl. If you're not a virgin, that's why we have Jesus. And that's why he came for us. His blood is to cleanse and sanctify that body. Sanctify every part of your past. Your worth in him is unchanged. Today is a new day to begin honoring his temple. It's not too late. It's not too late. You can start to honor that temple today.